Hey, what's up everyone? It's your boy Tireless Golem, and in this video, I thought I'd just talk and chit chat with y'all. This isn't a pregame video per se. I guess I could play a game while we talk. So as you know, I've been playing this Solgaleo deck. It's pretty good. I think that it has some legs, but you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna play that deck or the Charizard deck. I put a lot of effort into getting this Entei EX flared out, by the way. So I do really appreciate that this deck I found on the internet. Like, it wasn't like something I made up 100% by myself, but I took like two different deck ideas, one Blacephalon, one Entei, and I figured I'd combine the two together for this Charizard. The problem is, like, you know, Charmeleon isn't really in the deck, so you're gonna have to rely on rare candy. But you know what? I guess we could play this deck and just see if it's any good. We can go to, you know what? I guess we'll go to Raichu drop. This brings me to my next point, which is that, like, what do I do in this game? You know, I'm kind of in an existential crisis right now. Because and let me explain to you why I'm in an existential crisis. Because I don't know what to do in the game anymore. Like, do I play the event? Because, you know, I gotta collect the promos as much as possible. You know, doing this a million times can get very tiring. I hope someone out there who makes this game understands that playing the promo game like a million times, like, I have to play 20 games just to get one promo Raichu EX. Please tell me how that is, like, at all reasonable. Right? Please tell me how that's at all reasonable for me to, like, just keep opening up packs, keep playing until I eventually open like one or two copies of the EX. Like, I think that in itself is a huge... I don't really want to be negative. I can't be negative because this game is so fun. It's hilarious. It's a good time to open up packs and stuff. But I do have frustrations with this game, and you've heard me talk about these frustrations before, with promos not being accessible to everyone. And, you know, in order for me to get a promo, I have to play a game against a robot, and I have to hopefully, you know, like, what, open up one or two copies if I'm lucky, and hopefully, you know, good luck trying to flare them out, right? Because, like, and that's the other thing. Excuse me, I'm like coughing. I'm not really sick, like I said before. I'm just, the phlegm is just still there. But yeah, no, it's a good point. Like, I feel like I'm putting in so much effort for very, very little gain, right? Very little gain. Because realistically, like, what am I really doing here? I'm spending... I'm devoting time, and remember, time is money, right? This is a very important concept that I think every person on YouTube needs to understand. Time is money. I could be spending time playing this game on YouTube. You know, maybe make some YouTube videos, maybe eventually get to partnership on YouTube, which would be a lot of fun, and that would be a blast, and I would really appreciate that. And maybe I could monetize, you know, maybe at some point in the future. Right now, that's not where I'm at right now. You know, I'm just kind of chilling and opening up packs and just having a good time. But, and this is a big but, my time is being invested into the game. My money is being invested in the game. Time is money. So when you're asking me to play 20 games just to open one Raichu EX, right? You gotta ask yourself, is it worth it at that point? Yes, I understand promos are incredibly hard to come by at this point in time, and actually more, I should say more now than ever. Promos are sacred, right? Because it seems like these promos are not gonna, like, they're not gonna get rid of promos. They're an integral part of the game, and they're also, it's also the thing where, you know, like, these promos can't be traded. So what are they? Are they just sacred? They're sacred pieces of history that, like, you grab onto, and you'll just never I know I'm coping here. I know I'm coping very hard. But do you understand what I'm saying? Like I saw a picture of like the previous EXs, like not Lunala, Cresselia EX, very beautiful EX card, Lapras EX. These are a couple of the examples that I'm talking about, and I don't know how to feel about it because am I just never gonna? I've come to like understand that maybe I'm never gonna obtain these cards. Maybe they'll reprint them in the future. Maybe at some point in the future they're gonna reprint them as shinies in a future set, or maybe just as a regular card in a future set. Like who knows? Who knows? But at this point in time, the uncertainty is causing frustration. That's all I'm saying. The uncertainty is causing. I think it's great that they're allowing 2 stars to be traded. I think that's great for the game, and I'm definitely going to be capitalizing on that. I think it's actually going to save me a lot of time and money because now I don't have to go out of my way to look for certain 2 stars. I can just trade them with people, and not only that, but I can trade with pretty much anyone I want. Right? I can any time I want. Right? Because these cards are not going anywhere, and I don't have to wait an entire month for the set to rotate into tradability. I can just trade right then and there. I don't have to wait, and I think that's also pretty amazing. So that's something I really like about it. If I can probably max out a set really easily if I just devote a little bit of time to getting the crown rares. And the other question is crown rares. So how is it going to work with crown rares and Flare? Because right now, they're saying that you no longer have to burn duplicate cards to get Flare. So do I really have any incentive to do anything right now in the game? This is what I'm talking about with what I'm talking about, the existential crisis aspect of it. What am I really doing in this game if I'm like, I can open packs, I can trade, but it's like all the other YouTubers are saying, give me more to do in the game. You have a great game here, but give us something more that we can do besides just open packs and play ranked. Because so far it's just been ranked, right? And we haven't had the opportunity to play like those 5 wins in a row. That thing was a lot of fun. And people on YouTube were saying, oh, they got rid of that for ranked. And it's almost like they got rid of content for us, right? We no longer have the ability to enjoy that type of content. They took away stuff from us. Oh, is this? No, there's no way they're gonna KO me, right? Okay, they're only gonna do 70 here. I was gonna be like, whoa. All right, let's do this. Let's loosen mine here onto the Blacephalon, and this is why we bring Blacephalon into this, because Blacephalon is so good. Look at how good Blacephalon is. Yeah, you can only really attack like twice with this thing, but it's totally worth it because look at this. Deals so much damage, so good. Answers Oricorio. It's like it's the reason why you play it in the deck with Charizard, because you can answer Oricorio pretty easily. So I like this deck a lot. Let's open up this pack. Like I said, I do have my frustrations with the game, and hopefully I don't make too many videos like this where I talk about my frustrations, because overall this game has been a positive in my life. I've been enjoying making them. I enjoy reading comments. I enjoy the viewership, the camaraderie I have with my audience. I really enjoy all of that. But you know what? I will preface this by saying I will continue to talk about some of these things in my pack openings. Oh, nice! We got the Raichu EX. Let's go. Okay, well, at least there's some light at the end of the tunnel, as they say, right? But yeah, no, like I said, it's hard to, like, I had to open up so many packs just to get that Raichu EX. It takes so much time and energy to get that single Raichu EX, right? So it's just something to think about. Like, at what point, I mean, the Flare thing is also like a big deal too. And trading promos, having them to be more accessible. I like the idea that Fahad mentioned in one of the comments of my videos where it was mentioned that maybe they will put them out as in the shop that you could just buy promos later. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know if they're gonna do that. I think it'd be cool if they did that. I think that would be the perfect answer. Like, just have them as a flash sale, like a daily. Like in Magic the Gathering, we have these things called daily deals, and you can go back and you can look at them. And sometimes they're only available for 24 hours until they rotate out again, and they'll just keep doing that. And that would incentivize me to log into the game every day, see what's on the shop, see if there's anything cool that I want to pick up. If not, then that's okay. I just move on to the next day or whatever. And so that you give you like a lot of different things to do in the game. Right now, the game is in a place where people have left the game after a year, after a few months. People are coming back to the game after 2-star announcement, and now people can trade 2 stars, and that's a pretty big deal. But then people are realizing, oh wait, I might need exactly 3 copies of a 2-star in order to trade with people. So that's where it gets tricky too, because now it's also like, well, it's still pay to win. It's a still pay to win feature, because people are saying that you need 3 copies of a 2-star. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think people were looking at the video and they were insinuating that, if that makes any sense. So I know I'm talking a lot. I know that this is a long video, but I thought I'd get my thoughts into place. I thought I'd just talk about some of the things. Because the video that I made earlier this morning, I don't think it adequately captured all of my thoughts and feelings. Because overall it's been positive, it's great, but there's still frustrations that I have with the game. And it goes beyond just promos. It's not just the promo thing. I know I'm coping with the promo thing, but I think that the frustrations that I carry with this game are the same frustrations that a lot of other YouTubers have mentioned before in their channel. And I've never actually made a video talking about my frustrations. I've mostly just been net positive and talking about the game, and it's great because I see this as an escape from my my work, my school, whatever you want to call it, personal life, family, whatever you want to call this. There is the side of me that's very excited to be able to trade 2 stars, to be able to enjoy the game and allow things to be. But there's also another side of me that's saying, well, right now we're in limbo, right? Because they've made this announcement and there's still like 2 more weeks of Deluxe EX packs, right? So now we're in limbo because now we're trying to figure out, like, what do we do? I mean, because now we know that the Professor's Research can be traded, but like we don't know enough about the situation to know like how to proceed from this point forward, right? So that's something that I want to like lay down, that this is great for the average person. For me, it's also great too, because like I said, the sets are going to be way more reasonable to pick up, and I can trade with people. I can engage with my audience more. But just reading the comments on Reddit, reading the messages on Discord, hearing people talk about how the sales, the economy, the tariffs, and also like the fact that the sales for TCG Pocket are going down, and the world is crashing, and blah 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 blah. So like, there's a lot that's to unpack in the month of October 2025. I think that right now, my goal is to just try to enjoy the game as much as possible. We're gonna keep making videos. We're gonna keep enjoying the game. We're gonna try to pick up as more. So the sneak peeks here, I think that there's those promos, those promo wonder pick things are also kind of annoying too, because like, what if I just never get that card? You know what I mean? Perfect example. Let me see if I can find in my collection here. Where is it? Oh wait, I gotta go to promo. So if you filter by promo, so here are all my promos, right? And I think that's Snorlax. Where's Snorlax? This Snorlax, okay, this Snorlax right here. I only have 3 copies of the Snorlax. If it were up to me, I would want to pick up way more copies than just 3. Because this is a card that I like to play a lot of. I'm hoping that they'll make a shiny version of it, and I don't have to worry about the promo aspect of it. But it's just an interesting thing to think about, right? Like, you know, some of these promos just aren't available anywhere. Like this Raichu, this is an Arceus Raichu, right? Yeah, I don't even remember this being available. I don't even remember seeing. This might be just like an exclusive card. And they've made a lot of these cards that are just exclusive, which is cool and everything. But it's also like, you know, it makes it a lot harder to. It makes it a lot harder to play the game when you have so many limitations. I just want to put it out there. Do you agree with me? Do you think that what I'm saying makes any sense? Or is it like, you know, whatever, you know? I mean, do you care? Do you not care? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Because these promos, I have a lot of them, but I also don't know, like, as far as the time sync goes, right? Like, some of these I only have 1 copy of. Like the Mimikyu, I think I'm supposed to only have 1 copy of that. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, like, I mean, it's just very interesting to me and bizarre how we're in a situation where this game has made some very exclusive, very, very exclusive promos. Cards that we just might never see ever again. And we're out here wondering, like, you know, what are the next steps? You know, what's the future of TCG Pocket going to be like? So it's a lot to think about, and I'm gonna have more conversations about this going forward. I'll have conversations about this while I'm opening up packs. I'll have conversations when I'm playing games. I'll have conversations when I'm streaming. We will definitely discuss all of this in the next few days. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will try to stay positive. Like I said, there's pros and cons to everything. There's always, I always like to see the glass as half full, even though the glass can also be seen as half empty. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you later next time.